Batman 41, Tom King writing, Mikel Janin on the art.
Who? Boy,
Oh, it's a Poison Ivy focused issue. I wonder why Matt's excited.
I, I'm so glad I did not miss this week. I saved this for last on purpose. Uh, man.
So the basic gist of this story is Poison Ivy is taking over every single person on the planet, and Batman and Catwoman, Batman realizing what's going on, gets out of bed, he punches Alfred out, and obviously at this point you're not entirely sure what's going on. You're kind of like, trying to read what's happening. Like, why is he punching Alfred? But you see Alfred.
I'm reading this going. Cause he's finally broken.
Yeah, because Alfred had a batarang in his hand. You see that at the end. So okay, something was up. It wasn't just Alfred. There's something going on.
Right.
And he gets to the inoculation and he puts it in Selena, and then he puts it himself. So it's like, okay, right. So what's happening? And then they wake up again in outfit, and that's when Ivy starts talking through Alfred, and we kind of get the actual what's going on. She's taking over everyone. She actually speeds in the Flash to take a punch.
That's pretty great.
And honestly, my first thought when I looked at that panel is, damn, I want Janin on Flash now. that was my first thought.
I was like, hey, it's fine. I got more flashes.
Yeah, more flashes to speed in.
Things I learned in this issue: both Selena and Bruce sleep just buck naked. Like,
yeah, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I just things you don't think of. Like, I don't think what.
If I was as in as good shape as Bruce Wayne, I'd probably sleep butt ass naked as well.
I thought you were gonna say if I was in shape as Bruce, I'd never wear clothes.
I mean, actually, no, he doesn't, does he? Because he has some boxers on when he gets up. He doesn't stop to put those on.
Oh, okay, he's got boxers.
Oh. Okay, well there you go. I wasn't paying attention to that. I noticed when they got to the lab, Janin was going out of his way to cover up Selena. Because
Selena's definitely not her. She's come out in the bed sheets.
Yeah.
No, Bruce is just sat there.
And that's what made me pick up on it was like, and it's not bad. Like, it's not a complaint. It's just something I noticed. Like the tables or the stuff that's in the way to cover her up.
It's after Bruce injects her.
Yeah.
And she falls down. Her arms conveniently covering everything.
There, exactly. And I was like, oh man, oh look at that. They're just. I always imagine Bruce sleeps in a form of the bat suit just to be ready to go.
Well, to be fair, when they wake up the second time, they're both in costume.
Yeah. Well, so again, something happened in between the inoculation and.
Oh sure, yeah. Obviously, there's stuff here we're missing. So this sets up where the world's been taken over by Ivy. Hence the title, Everyone Loves Ivy, because there's that great double-page spread of like even Superman and lots of random people and someone who's clearly Donald Trump saying "I love you too." But so basically, you've got Batman and Catwoman having to team up to take down Ivy. Now, obviously, Ivy and Catwoman have a relationship, so that's obviously a bit more personal right away, which is kind of interesting. So them having to work together on their own is an interesting conceit. This issue is mostly set up. It's very intriguing set up. There's a lot of what's going on, until they kind of start to reveal it towards the end.
Even the last page where she's like, "How did she do it?" Or Catwoman tells Batman. And he's like, I don't know. Well, why did she do it? I don't know.
How do we stop it? I don't know.
And I love that's how it leaves it, because you're thinking this the whole time. You're like, is this a dream? Is this just her monologuing?
Well, that's the thing. Before they start full out telling you, when she starts monologuing and saying what's going on, I was like, is the first part a dream? I'm trying to suss it, or is Bruce going nuts? And it's the other two who are normal. Like, what's happening? Yeah. But yeah, that's obviously Art's gorgeous.
It doesn't seem to be, does it?
What's that?
No.
I do dream. Everything seems to be happening.
Oh, it does. It does.
Yeah. By the second part of the issue, definitely. But I'm talking about up to that point. But this is the second time in King's Run. I feel like and this might just be me projecting, he might have an affinity for Ivy because he made her super badass in More Jokes and Riddles. Like that scene where she's talking to Riddler, and she takes out the Falcone's guys in the park. That was such a great scene. That was Janin as well. And now you have this where she's taken over the world. She says she has control of 7 billion people.
Yeah, and she mentions that she's done it through the green. I'm really waiting for someone to call in Swamp Thing to help fight her. I'm really waiting for that.
Yeah.
Which is funny because in Snyder's run, we got that in Rot World. Those two talking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've had them interact before, of course, and it's usually a fun little thing because obviously they're both, connected to the green.
Well, and Swamp Thing's kind of like, no, I kind of agree with her. She's a little crazy, but I don't.
Maybe this is too far even for him, though.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's where he gets pulled
And
in.
then obviously we did set him up earlier in this run, so
We did, yeah. We did.
makes sense.
That was a fantastic issue as well.
Ugh.
So no,
Yeah.
obviously the art was gorgeous here. Like, every panel was a was a revelation.
As soon as you open it up, I'm just like, yep, there it is. Okay, I need this on my wall.
So here's a question, Matt. Which page were you how do I...
Blown away?
I was going to say splurging your load somewhere over. Was it either the full page spread of her face close up, or was it the double page spread of her sitting there on her throne? Which one was the more?
Was that one? So the first page, that was the first one that got me. You open it up and she's just, regular, she's Pam. And as it goes, she becomes more and more Poison Ivy. And then you get that double page where she has control over everybody. I thought that was pretty cool too. That's just Janin doing with whatever. And then, like you said, the throne. Like, it's going to be hard to pick a panel right now. Because I thought I knew. And then it constantly changes. It's definitely from this book. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm not gonna do anybody the disservice.
Let's keep it in your pants till the end of the show, Matt, when you can properly splurge this out.
But like, we all know we all love Jan and Art. This is the first time where I'm just like, I need to protect this issue. I need to lock it up, get it slabbed. That might be my favorite thing ever. So, yeah.
All right, I'm definitely intrigued as to where they're going with this.
Matt was as predictable as ever.
Yes.
Yeah, I sometimes, you always say I venture into self-parody. Sometimes I just can't help it.
No, I liked the issue quite a bit. I thought it was intriguing. It did have that dreamlike quality, even if it's not actually dreamlike, if that makes sense. Where you're trying to figure out what's going on.
It was a very quick read, quicker than I think I'm used to from Batman lately.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not that that's a bad thing. It was just like, okay.
Well, no, but yeah, the art tells a lot of the story.
Yeah, I'm okay with the quicker issues. I mean, if every issue is going to be quicker, it's a bit weirder. But like, yeah, I mean,
especially weeks like this,
pace,
where you're so loaded.
Yeah, I wasn't a criticism. It was just something that I noticed.
Yeah, no. But obviously, yeah. So art's gorgeous. I'm intrigued by the story. I don't know if how many issues this arc is.
It's just the 2.
Is it just the 2? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
That's a little disappointing. Just because I wanted Janin for at least a few more.